Good morning and welcome to the channel. Following I think it was the last video on GLP's Chelsea morning, which by the way, the birthday party for my granddaughter was absolutely amazing. My daughter and my wife have done a great job, and a few other ladies were helping out. Oh, it was absolutely magnificent. Beautiful. Yeah, that's what really is life all about, isn't it? Family life and those special occasions that you have such fond memories later on. And the only problem is that I found, I don't know if it's same by you, is years ago when mobile phones were not used as cameras. We used to take a proper camera and take photos and then develop it and have an album. Today everything is digital, so it all goes on a hard drive or on the computer, on the phone, on the cloud. And I find that you don't actually look through those pictures as you used to do when you used to have an album. I mean, do you remember the times, most probably if you're my age, let's not go into details, but over the 50s, right? You sit down and with your wife or with the family, and it's a special occasion. You open an album, let's say it was taken photos 20 years ago, and you say, oh wow, look at him, he looks so young, wow, what's with this? You know, you live it through again. But when it's on digital on the phone, it's completely different experience. And first of all, you don't look at it, so many photos, and yeah. I think I miss the good old cameras that you went and developed it by the Photoshop, and you put them into albums. Yeah, it's a different. Anyway, okay. So I was recommended a long time ago. I spoke to quite a lot of people on the Chelsea morning, and they told me you must try this blend, the one we're going to talk about today, because it has got similarities, but without perique, and a bit more of latakia in it. And this is, of course, the Maltese Falcon by GLPs. Yeah. So, well, my brother couldn't help himself. I'm going to skip the story what happened here, because I think he'll get annoyed with me. And he opened the tin and he already took a pinch. So yeah, I wanted to do that on the video, and I opened it and I said, whoa, who took off the sealant? Anyway, well, this is what it is. Okay, so we'll have a look soon in the blend, but it's completely full. He just took a bowl full, and he actually loves it. Already we're talking about it. He said it's bolder than the Chelsea morning. Yeah. He said this is a full-on English. Okay, so the Maltese Falcon. First of all, I like very much the art here. You know, the labeling. Forget this writing in German. I can't hide it because it's all around. And here you've got the flavor profile, the blend info. But we're going to talk about it in a minute. Yeah, so this is quite interesting because I like my English blends, as you all know, but I don't like them too bold, you know. I always say I've got quite a few favorites, especially the German blends, Dan Tobacco, HU Tobacco and all that, but also the Petersons, as I showed in the Chelsea morning, we spoke about that. But the 965 is a benchmark for the border of boldness, you know, the Boswells, the English biscuits, the Northwoods, what else is there? Like No Bite Delight is a bit milder. The Mild English is a bit milder. There's quite a few. Just skip my mind here. It's on my tongue, you know. God, it's right over here, and I don't want to stop the video having a look. Anyway, I'll put on the screen the other two that I enjoy very much. It bothers me very much sometimes when I it's there, but I can't recall. Never mind. I'm sure I'm gonna kick myself in a second. But anyways, all those are not as bold. You know, they're perfectly balanced English with the latakia, the smokiness, the punginess. It's so. Boswell's is one of my all-time favorite English. Besides the Petersons, the early morning pipe, and one second, it bothers me very much that I can't remember the name. Give us a second. Yeah, Countryside. God, I tell you, getting older, aren't we? Yeah, I love this one as well, the Countryside. So yeah, so the Boswell's English are perfectly balanced for my palate. Yeah, so the question is, where's this fit in? The Maltese Falcon. So let's find out, shall we? Okay, so what we're going to do is, as usual, we'll bring up on the screen the blend info and we'll see it now. Stylish, dark and alluring, generous quantities of Cyprian latakia. Now the Chelsea Morning had a pinch of latakia, well, a bit more than a pinch, but not generous quantities. Are blended with matured red Virginias, very similar to the Chelsea Morning with the Virginias. Exotic Orientals, again, yeah, and just a little bright flue-cured leaf to offer a deep, full-bodied yet silky smoke with intriguing sweetness, enhanced by a discreet and mysterious spice. Now, I wonder what that is, and I'll tell you soon in a minute what my brother thinks. Maltese Falcon possesses an exquisite balance and wonderful all-day English style mixture. And if we look at the notes, originally conceived as a replacement for the old Raven's Wing, I'm not sure what that is, Maltese Falcon quickly evolved into something bigger. It is a rich, bold blend with excellent body, a beguiling sweetness. It's probably I'm spelling it wrong, and a solid structure, ideal for those who enjoy sophisticated yet comfortable and refined English style mixture. Maltese Falcon was introduced in January 2008. Well, it's quite some time ago, but it just comes to show how many blends are out there until the turn of Maltese Falcon to land on my desk. So there you go. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to try it, of course, how not, on a Falcon pipe. Yeah, Maltese Falcon on a Falcon pipe. So this is my, I've got 3 Falcons, enough, and this is my most favorite. Yeah, okay, and it's got a filter in here, but you know, I want to show you quickly, because someone gave me a very good tip, okay? How to make these filters so easy from a pipe cleaner. He says you take a pen and you circle it around the pen, okay, simple as that, and then you take a scissor and snip, and there you go, and then you just tighten it, and here you've got a perfectly formed filter for the Falcon. Just going to put it on top so you'll see how well it fits. Easy, right? And it costs pennies, so you don't have to buy the specially made filters for Falcon. You can do that with a pipe cleaner, and you know how many you can get out of it. Where's that piece that came off? Yeah, and this I've got give me quite a few of this, just as a tip. Okay, so what we need to do is actually load the bowl. First of all, we'll have a look at the blend, and yeah, so I would love to have crack it open, but you can see it's all full, so that is good. So we can see that there are various variants of the leaf. Let's give it a smell. Very similar to the Chelsea Morning, except for this is a bit more smoky and a bit spicy, and there is some other smell here, but that fertilized field, the Yeah, that smell, that wholesome, full-bodied, delicious smell of an English is very evident here. Yeah, it's a lovely smell. I love this smell. This is so, you just want to smoke it, you know what I mean? And that's what I'm going to do. Right, so what I'm going to do is now load the pipe, the bowl, and this is a fairly small bowl, perfect for sort of midday break. Well, a bit early for midday, it's 12:30, but I had a bit of time now. I said, you know what, let's try this. While the Chelsea morning is fresh in my mind from the last video. But you know, I've got so many blends that I don't smoke each blend one after another. I love the variety. In the morning I stand by the place where I've got stored right next to my garden, the patio doors, indoors, all the mason jars of my English, of the Balkans, a few vapors, and I think, okay, what am I going to smoke this morning? And the pleasure of this one, no, that I smoked last week. This one, no, that's what. To choose, this is part of, for me, the enjoyment of the variety of pipe tobacco. And I always think in the night before, what would I smoke tomorrow? Or what, you know, I just love it. And I love variety. And I've got quite a few English, and yeah, more the merrier, I suppose. Right, so let's give this a go. Oh yeah, this is quite bold. I can taste already that smoky, punchy. Oh, you know, I forgot to show you. I forgot to show you the tobacco reviews blend details. So let me bring it up now on the screen. Okay, I'm so eager to try this. So as you can see here, Heirloom Collection, GLPs, English is the type, and the content Latakia, Oriental, Turkish, and Virginia. It doesn't say Red Virginia, it just says Virginia. Okay, and it's cut ribbon, as we've seen. Yeah, and you can get in 2 ounce or 8 ounce, and it's of course available, but it doesn't say it's available also in Europe, in Germany. Yeah, that's where we got this from. So yeah, okay, so now we can carry on smoking this and describe my experience. Spicy, definitely is spicy and smoky, and is definitely bolder than the Chelsea morning. But there is here some kind of bi note. Now, why am I saying this as well is because my brother already smoked the bowl, right? And he told me that he detected a note of, I'll tell you soon what he said, and I'm trying to see if I can taste that as well. So the Red Virginias are really in the background. I think what comes forth here on lighting on the bowl, a new bowl, is the latakia. Yeah, straight away you taste that smokiness, which is a fairly rich smokiness. Yeah, quite rich smokiness. Also the spiciness of the Oriental comes through. But there is in the back note something else, and that is maybe with their writing, enhanced by discreet and mysterious spice. Now, you know what my brother thinks is? Clove and cinnamon. Well, I tend to agree. There is a bi note here of that kind of spice, like a cinnamony, clovey spice. Yeah, I think so as well. But it's certainly quite a complex blend. There's a lot going on with this blend. You know, the Red Virginia if it was no Red Virginia, this would have been the Nightcap by Peterson. Yeah. Wow. The Red Virginia adds that lovely fruitiness, that not dark fruit, because it's a fairly small proportion here of Red Virginia, but it has some kind of nearly like a floralness to it. And maybe the brightly Virginia is adding a bit of sweetness, because there is a nice sweet note here, not high notes, no, but there's a bit of sweetness. It is missing the Perique spiciness, but instead it's got the Oriental and that extra spice, which I think as well is clove and cinnamon. Now, to my palate as well, when you retro inhale, that might cause you to sneeze because it's quite spicy. There is an undertone of, I wouldn't describe it as chocolatey as such, but it is fairly close to that bittersweet note. You know, something interesting about that. My brother didn't mention this, but my palate is picking that up a bit. So the latakia is up front here, Orientals right behind, and the Virginia is right in the back. But adding a bit of that floralness, the Red Virginia, and no tangy really as such, no bready, no grassy, maybe a touch of grassiness, maybe, not even that, no. It's just mellowing the latakia and the latakia. Yeah. Without it, it would have been quite a bold one. I mentioned in the Chelsea Morning the Merry Monk. The Merry Monk is outstanding. I tell you, it is outstanding. Yeah, I paid a lot of money for it, but yeah, it's outstanding. But it's a bit different. This is, I think, bolder. So this is quite a bold blend, full on English, but an interesting twist to it. Well, the Falcon is smoking properly, amazing. It's cooling the smoke. I don't feel no heat from it. The bowl is cool. It's not a tongue bite type of blend in any case, but yeah, I'm puffing on it non-stop and don't feel the heat at all. At all. What it fills my nostrils with spicy, smoky notes. And that spiciness, besides the Oriental spicy, that spicy which is sort of type of herbal spice, is that, in my opinion as well, cinnamon. Maybe with a clove as well. Well, how did he describe Maltese Falcon? Possesses exquisite balance, a wonderful all-day English style mixture. Well, for me it's not going to be all day, no. I love my Virginias all day, or even the Vapors, or more sort of barley-based blends, but this for after dinner. Yeah, it's going to go down a treat or morning coffee, but this is certainly a full version of an English. Oh yeah. Oh, this is quite bold. Every time I retro inhale a bit, I can feel it in my nostrils, like a burning sensation, like from the spice, and then I taste it in the back of your mouth. You taste it then. Oh, this is quite packs a punch. Yeah. I think I'm going to actually title this video as something to do with packing a punch. It does really pack a punch. But that is the attractionness, whatever, I got the word wrong, attractiveness in its boldness, you know. It's the classic, the Rustica, HH Rustica, which is, woo, completely different, but so strong. But that is the beauty of it, the strongness of it. It's like gasket strength whiskey. It's like 60-70% or 56%, you know, not 60-70, but 57-60%. And you drink it, you feel it's fire, but it's so tasty. And you have to be careful not to overdo it, because you get used to it, and then, oh, it's nearly double the norm of the 40. But anyway, it's beauty in strength. And yeah, this is no different. The Maltese Falcon, which is powerful, full-bodied, robust, and packs a punch. But yeah, it's gonna deliver all those nuances you enjoy in English with a punch, basically. Yeah, okay. So I'm happy to try this, especially after the Chelsea morning. I'm just going to give this the Countryside, which is considered one of the boldest English by Boswell's. Yeah, what a lovely, a bit of aromatic to it, you know. And that makes it so palatable. Oh, I just love Boswell's Englishes, all of them. But the smell is so contrasted. What a contrast of smell! This is the hardcore, and this is the, yeah, it smells amazing. Now, what is it going? I've got here the list of here. Okay, Black Cavendish. Okay, that makes a big difference. Latakia, Oriental, Turkish, Virginia. So the Black Cavendish is what mellows it all down. Here is no hints of it. And also, Boswell's, they've got something that they add, some kind of aromatic element to it. Not topping rather than the casing, but it makes a massive difference. Yeah, after some. But anyway, I'm sure this is loved by so many, and for good reason. This is a top blend, GLPs, yeah. And Chelsea morning, I love the Chelsea morning. And it burns well, actually. Right, so this will be it for me for today on this blend. This can be a very suitable autumn-winter blend, that's for sure. Upcoming months, this is going to be very, very good, especially when it's freezing and you got a nice cup of coffee and wrapped up warm in a dry, cold day. Oh yeah, this can warm up your soul. 100%. Okay, what I'm going to have to do is now jar it. I don't think I'll be able to take off this label because I do a lot of corduroy deals there, but looser. This looks like it is completely stuck on, so yeah, bit of a shame. I wouldn't mind this label around my mason jar. Right, so I would love to hear your feedback on this blend. What do you think of it? And how does it compare to other English that you enjoy? And if you smoke the Chelsea morning, wouldn't you agree that this is just a touch, well, quite a few touches bolder, and that cinnamon clove spiciness goes so well. You might taste it as something else, I'm not 100% sure, but that bittersweet chocolate, it's like random. I don't know if anyone will detect it. My brother didn't. I did for a minute there. But other ingredient, the latakia, the Virginias, the red Virginia especially, and the Orientals have made themselves known and add all to the charm of this blend. Right, I would love to hear your feedback as usual, and I'll see you guys soon on the next video. Till then, take care. Bye for now.